Friendly fire. Friendly fire. We will look at an incident of friendly fire that occurred in northern Iraq in 1994. Friendly fire is inadvertent firing towards one's own or otherwise friendly forces while attempting to engage enemy forces. Friendly fire percent casualties, this is for the U.S. military only. In World War II, it's 21% of all casualties. Korea, 18%. Vietnam, 39%. Persian Gulf, 49%. The bomb dropped on Canadians in Afghanistan in 2002 killed 4 soldiers. The pilots were ultimately reprimanded and dismissed from the military. Pat Tillman's death, the former National Football League player, in 2004 by fratricide occurred after a chain of botched communications, a misguided order to divide his platoon over the objection of its leader, and undisciplined firing by fellow Rangers. Here I'll cover an analysis of friendly fire incident in northern Iraq, 1994. It's contained in a book by S.A. Snook, published in 2000, titled Friendly Fire, Princeton University Press. April 14, 1994, 2 U.S. Air Force F-15s patrolling the no-fly zone shot down 2 U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopters, carrying 26 people. All were killed. It included 15 U.S. citizens and 11 others, British, French, Turkish military officers, and Kurdish. Both flights were flying under control of Airborne Warning and Control Systems, that is AWACS, aircraft, the most advanced system of its type in the world. The weather was clear, all electronic and technical systems operational, all people were highly trained and experienced. 2 years of investigation by accident boards, military teams, investigative reporters, lawyers, and congressional committees. No single cause was identified. Initial charges included 26 charges of negligent homicide and 2 charges of dereliction of duty against F-15 pilot Lieutenant Colonel Randy May. However, Eric Wilkson, lead pilot who shot first, was not charged. They concluded initially that the pilots authorized by rules of engagement. There's no fog of war, smoke-filled flies, lightning-quick life and death decisions, or hostile environment. Here's a wreckage of one of the 2 Black Hawks shot down in the friendly fire incident in northern Iraq in April of 1994. 2 U.S. military helicopters were destroyed, and all 26 military and civilian personnel were killed. The remains of the 26 people were flown in for transportation to the U.S. Army Mortuary Center in Frankfurt, Germany. There's a base color guard. They displayed the flags of the countries that mourn the loss of their citizens, the U.S., Britain, France, and Turkey. Different mistakes were identified as involved in the shoot-down, a total of 130. Pilots worry about their career if they're shot down. They worry about life if hit by Stinger missiles at 500 miles per hour, like 2 cars passing at 100 miles per hour. They think about shooting a missile since cost $1 million, but get promoted if Top Gun. They paint Iraqi flag on the side of their plane when they shoot down. Black Hawk pilots allowed to enter the no-fly zone before the flight sweeper and F-15 pilots and AWAC crews were not notified of this exception to the policy. F-15 pilots were not told to use non-have-quick radio mode for helicopters. Helicopter flight plans were not given to the F-15 pilots. Inadequate training provided to the F-15 pilots on visual ID. There's inadequate simulator spin-up training for AWACS crews. Handoff procedure never established for helicopters. Inadequate procedures for how the shadow crew instructs new crew. Rules and procedures inadequate for control over unsafe and undisciplined F-15 pilot behavior, even though many close calls before. Asynchronous evolution of communication equipment between Air Force and Army. After OPC mission changed in September 1991, operational plans were not updated. The bottom line, inconsistent, missing, or inaccurate information, incompatible technology, inadequate coordination, overlapping areas of control, and confusion about who was responsible for what. Migration towards more efficient operational procedures over time without any control and checks on the potential adaptations. Inadequate training, control structure that did not effectively enforce the safety constraints. Cross-level mechanism he calls practical drift, the slow, steady uncoupling of practice from written procedure to complete his explanation. His conclusion is disturbing. This accident happened because, or perhaps in spite of, everyone behaving just the way we would expect them to behave, just the way the theory would predict. The shoot down was a normal accident in a highly reliable organization.